All right, so let's get you all that was said on the campaign trail today as it gets heated on the campaign trail for Battleground Bihar. The Prime Minister once again hit out at Rahul Gandhi, saying also that the Mahagathbandhan was belittling the Chhath Puja, that people's astha was being questioned, while Rahul Gandhi once again hit back at the Prime Minister, where he said that that a separate pond was created with clean water for the Prime Minister to take a dip during Chhath Puja, while the public of Delhi got a polluted Yamuna river. Also, Rahul Gandhi hit out saying that Nitish Kumar is actually remote controlled by Prime Minister Modi. Let's just take a look at some of the highlights of today's campaigning.
एक भारत के सबसे भ्रष्ट परिवार का युवराज, दूसरा बिहार के सबसे भ्रष्ट परिवार का युवराज, ये दोनों ही हजारों करोड़ के घोटाले में जमानत पर है। कांग्रेस और ये आरजेडी के लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? क्या कर रहे हैं? छठी मैया का अपमान कर रहे हैं। क्या कोई कभी चुनाव में वोट पाने के लिए छठी मैया का अपमान कर सकता है क्या?
आपने कभी ये आरजेडी वालों को, कांग्रेस वालों को राम मंदिर जाते देखा क्या अयोध्या में? नहीं, क्योंकि उन्हें डर है कि अगर वे अयोध्या में प्रभु श्री राम के दर्शन कर लेंगे तो उनकी वोट बैंक नाराज हो जाएगी।
छठ पूजा के समय नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने निर्णय लिया कि वो जाके यमुना में स्नान करेंगे। दिल्ली के लोगों को नहीं मिलता पीने का साफ पानी, मगर नरेंद्र मोदी के नहाने के लिए दूर से इतना बड़ा पाइप लगवाया गया, उसमें पानी आया, छोटा सा तालाब बनाया गया और उसमें हमारे प्रधानमंत्री को नहाना था। नरेंद्र मोदी खड़े हैं, जिनके हाथ में नीतीश जी का रिमोट कंट्रोल है। जौन सा बटन दबाया नरेंद्र मोदी ने, वही चैनल नीतीश जी चालू कर देंगे। तो ये मत सोचिए कि नीतीश जी सरकार चलाते हैं। सरकार नरेंद्र मोदी, अमित शाह और नागपुर चलाती।
All right, so lots of heated comments on the campaign trail today. Rahul Gandhi doubling down on the allegation about Chhath Puja and the special pool being created for the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister hitting out at Rahul Gandhi over the insult to Chhati Maiya. Well, let's go across to Ajit Jha, consulting editor NDTV, Professor Badri Narayan, political commentator. Let's first talk about this back and forth that we've seen today. Ajit Jha, once again, Rahul Gandhi, doubling down on his remarks about that pond being created for the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister also talking about an insult to people's astha.
Look, Gargi, this is usually called the silly season of electoral politics in American lingo. That's exactly what's going on. Neither Rahul Gandhi and not perhaps Prime Minister Modi is actually talking about real issues on the ground in Bihar. They're just slanging match going on. Rahul Gandhi attacking him for the drama in Yamuna in Delhi, whereas the Prime Minister, of course, attacking him for being the dynast and also Tejaswi Yadav. But the real issues on the ground, which is unemployment, which is, let's say, out-migration of Biharis, decline in education, decline of health, they seem to have no solutions for that. They are not even raising those issues. Rahul Gandhi earlier in that 16-day voter adhikar rally talked about vote chori, as he pointed out, his campaign against SIR, and after that he was almost not there for more than a month, and now he comes back, and again when he goes back to Bihar, Muzaffarpur, Darbhanga, so many speeches, he never talks about the problems of Darbhanga, the problems of Muzaffarpur. That is slightly, what I would call disconcerting, for a leader who's supposed to be aiming for prime ministership in 2029. He should be talking about the ground realities. Bihar is the poorest state in the country. Almost on all indicators, it is behind all other states. He should be raising those issues. Maybe he can make it into an attack on the NDA, saying, well, the NDA has been power for 20 years. Why haven't you done something about that? Instead of that, all this sort of personal slanging match against each other. It's not a very impressive campaign, but as I said, in America, it's called the silly season of electoral politics, and that's what is going on right now.
When things get extremely heated up as well. Professor Badri Narayan, your views on this, how damaging do you think was the missing in action period of Rahul Gandhi, where he wasn't on seen on the campaign trail in Bihar for 2 months' time? Also, tomorrow the big development will be the NDA releasing its manifesto.
Yeah, actually, this kind of discussions which is going on at the time of Chhath, and the Chhath is a astha for the public of Bihar, and the Chhath is now as a part of political discourse. But the way Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi has posed this the issue that whether someone can use astha for political mobilization. So he's critiquing in that way that there should be no use of astha in political mobilization. On the other hand, Rahul Gandhi is trying to critique the Yamuna deep bath by PM Modi. And here he was trying to raise that whether this bath was a real bath in the Yamuna. So here he is also
the Prime Minister never actually went, even though that that pond was created next to the Yamuna, and it was seen on the pictures were seen of it. He actually never went, and there were questions as to how come and whether it was because of all this negative publicity around this separate pool being created. But even then, Rahul Gandhi goes on and on.
Yes, you are right that Rahul Gandhi is trying to attack that Yamuna Bath issue. But the way Rahul Gandhi is putting, it is not in that way putting it in very convincing way, because it's just he's putting as a fact, not as a discourse. But you can see the way Pradhan Mantri Modi has raised this issue. Actually, he used it in very convincing way, that with a question, and a question he posed for the public. So it's a very communicative discourse. The same issue raised by both the political parties and the leader of the both political party, but it depends the way you are using it, whether it is going to convince public in a very convincing way or not. And PM Modi is very effective in creating discourse around any issue. So he has used it very effectively. On the other hand, Rahul Gandhi is trying to do that and raise the similar kind of content for political mobilization, but not able to communicate it very effectively. The communicative discourse, raising questions.
Right. So you're saying the Prime Minister, when he talks about astha being questioned, right, that's more convincing for the public. That seems to be something that the public may listen to, or the way it's put across to them is something they can accept, rather than the awkward way that perhaps Rahul Gandhi is putting again and again this whole issue about a separate pond being created. We're also joined by Satish K. Singh, senior journalist. Thank you for being with us. We were talking about this war of words over the Chhath Puja, and how Rahul Gandhi is trying to talk about how this separate pond was created for the Prime Minister, while the public have only the polluted Yamuna. But the Prime Minister there saying that Rahul Gandhi is questioning the astha of the people, and Professor Badri Narayan there saying that perhaps is something that is being more that is getting the sentiment of the people. But the other issue that Rahul Gandhi raised today about Nitish Kumar being remote controlled by the Prime Minister, that too is something that is going to be quite damaging. And we've seen these sort of barbs time and again from the Mahagathbandhan. Satish Singh.
Well, Gargi, thank you. My first reaction is that I do not consider that Chhath has been disrespected by Rahul Gandhi, and I'm being very honest about
Sure.
it. This is just in diversionary tactics by the BJP because they were caught with a artificial pool on the bank of Yamuna. Perhaps it was created, perhaps for Prime Minister Modi. So everybody is trying to pull that thing away from them towards, linking it with the sentiment of the people regarding Chhath. So this is one. I was listening to the debate. I do not agree with Ajit ji when he says that they're not raising the right issues. I believe for sure that joblessness, lack of industry, and migration from Bihar is the core issue for Mahagathbandhan. And I can see, I'm listening to all the speeches, almost all of them. So having said that, but as for the Rahul Gandhi and
You're right, sir. Maybe we, the media, are also at fault because we pick these juicy points, the more controversial points from the long speeches and play them out as a back and forth. So yes, go ahead. Go ahead with the point you were making. Yes.
In our days, we also needed TRP. So perhaps you're not doing a bad job. But anyways, I'm saying that, you see, Bihar fight is essentially between two regional outfits. This is versus RJD versus JDU. And I'll not be surprised if Nitish is not named as chief ministerial candidate by the NDA specifically, then you might see one more flip-flop there, and perhaps they join hands. And I would say, I'll go to the extent of saying that
who will join hands?
Maybe after the verdict is out. You cannot rule it out.
Well, we really can't rule out anything in politics, that's for sure, sir.
No, but this is a very big probability, I'm telling you. Please don't rule it out.
Sure.
I'm not doing it for my TRP. I'm doing it for your channel, right? But last thing, you see, when I say that essentially it's a fight between two regional outfits of Bihar, you will have to, note that Prime Minister Modi and Rahul Gandhi both are trying to piggyback on two regional outfits. So they are indulging in shadow boxing, proxy war, I would say. But Bihar battle is essentially between two regional outfits who can combine any day.
All right. Well, let's do stay on with us. Let's just bring you more developments in Bihar. And now the BJP has filed an official complaint against Rahul Gandhi for making what it described as derogatory, personal and insulting remarks against Prime Minister Modi. According to the complaint that has been submitted to the Chief Election Officer, Rahul Gandhi, while addressing the public gathering in Muzaffarpur and Darbhanga, stated that before elections, if you ask Modi, he will dance to win votes. So that drama dance comment of Rahul Gandhi's that already has had quite a sharp reaction from the BJP. Now the BJP taking this issue to the Election Commission, alleging that this statement was deeply disrespectful and amounted to a personal attack on the Prime Minister rather than critiquing of his policies or governance.
अब ये समझ लीजिए कि कितनी मुद्दा विहीन पार्टी हो सकती है। बिहार चुनाव में इनके पास कोई एजेंडा नहीं, अपना रिपोर्ट कार्ड नहीं, कोई विजन नहीं कि इस तरह के इस बात को मुद्दा बना रहे हैं। जिस पार्टी का प्रधानमंत्री मुजरे जैसा शब्द का इस्तेमाल करता हो, उसकी इतनी औकात कि वो नाच जैसे शब्द पे आपत्ति उठा रही है, इससे बड़ा मजाक और क्या हो सकता है। करने दीजिए शिकायत।
All right, so the BJP taking that issue of Rahul Gandhi's, that comment that he made about the Prime Minister to the Election Commission. Ajit Jha, your reaction to that, taking it to the Election Commission, the Congress earlier had said that, why are personal remarks against the Prime Minister off limits, and this is politics, this is bound to happen.
Again, my advice, if Rahul Gandhi would listen to an ordinary scribe like me, would be, he all the time talks about the fact that he had a very tough life, and that he doesn't bring anger into his personality. But of late, what we see in Rahul Gandhi is, vituperative attacks on the Prime Minister. Instead, as I pointed out, if he were, when he went to Darbhanga, and exactly like Mr. Modi does, if he were to speak a few lines in Maithili, and he would talk about, how the Darbhanga town, which used to be the pride of Bihar, one of the best medical colleges in India was in Darbhanga Medical College, the palaces in Darbhanga, and today Darbhanga is just filled with water and garbage. You can't move around, the traffic doesn't move. Now, if he could pick on some of these issues, if he could talk about the fact that Mithilanchal, which was a cultural center, which produced great poets like Vidyapati, today is the poorest zone, not only in India, but in the world. Now, that would carry a lot of traction with the people. And if he could say, how does the Mahagathbandhan plan to, resolve that if they come to power? Instead, he goes on attacking Prime Minister Modi. Not that Prime Minister Modi.
Well, we have someone from the Congress who can, answer that. Suleiman Muhammad Khan joining us on the show. How do you react to that? That why is Rahul Gandhi, I beg your pardon, indulging in these personal attacks against the Prime Minister? He's in Bihar. He should be talking about the issues faced by the people of Bihar.
I think, Ankita, we all have forgot. We have very short memory. In past 11 years. The speeches and the jibes and the low-grade comments which the Prime Minister of our country, unfortunately, has spoken against the opposition party, against Mr. Rahul Gandhi, against Mrs. Sonia Gandhi, against generally the people of India and opposition parties. About Chhath, Rahul Gandhi ji has very, categorically said that there was a special pool or a ghat made with clean water for Prime Minister Modi. And there is another Yamuna, which is not clean, does not have a clean water. So there are two Indias, one for general public and one for, kings and, VIPs and elitists like Mr. Modi who behave as so. So that is what he has said. He has not said anything about Chhath. Now, Mr. Modi has twisted it. He said he has insulted Chhath. No, Mr. Modi, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has not insulted Chhath. He has said that you want to take a dip in a clean water, but you want the people of the country to take the dip in the Yamuna, which is, not clean. And you have promised that I'll clean every river of the country. And 11 years you have not done so. Rahul Gandhi is questioning the BJP government for 20 years. In center, 11 years. In Bihar, BJP is in power for 20 years, barring 1.5 years. Questioning on jobs. Where are the jobs? The youth of the Bihar is, being beaten black and blue by the Bihar government when they do agitation for jobs. Where are the jobs? Where is the educational policy? What universities you have made? Where is the healthcare? Where is the law and order? Khemka ji has been murdered.
All right, Suleiman Muhammad Khan, earlier we were discussing this.
One last sentence. Last sentence. Mr. Khemka, businessman, has been murdered just very near to the house of the Chief Minister in Patna, near Gandhi Maidan. Then after 10 days, BJP leader Surinder Kewat was murdered in Patna. Nothing is happening. Secondly, what is happening in Bihar? For 20 years, they have nothing to show. So now Mr. Modi, BJP are, engaging in these personal insults against the...
But would you admit that the BJP is more effective in, if you're calling it twisting what Rahul Gandhi said, sure, but the BJP is more effective in getting its, message across, saying that Ankita, the astha of the people is heard, Chhati Maiya has been insulted, whereas the Congress or the Mahagathbandhan not that effective in your messaging. What would you say to that?
Prime Minister should, reply, and the BJP leadership in Bihar should reply on how many jobs they have created, what they have done for the healthcare, why the law and order situation is a jungle raj right now under BJP in Bihar, why there is no universities being made, why Bihar is famous for paper leak.
Just a few days before the Bihar elections, a supporter of the Jan Swaraj party, Prashant Kishore's party, candidate Piyush Priyadarshi, has been shot in Mokamma. That's where this incident took place. Now, the deceased was, according to reports, a notorious strongman, Dular Chand Yadav. He was on bail and campaigning for the Jan Swaraj party when he was shot dead. So, a supporter of Jan Swaraj party candidate Piyush Priyadarshi murdered there just ahead of elections in Bihar.
देखिएगा प्रधानमंत्री जी 30 साल पुरानी बातें करते हैं। 30 मिनट पहले क्या हुआ, आज एक एएसआई की सिवान में गला रेत करके मार दिया गया और दुलार चंद यादव जी की हत्या मोकामा में कर दी गई। तो ये क्या है, किस प्रकार के, किस प्रकृति के लोग जो है बिहार को कब्जा किए हुए हैं, अब समझ में आ रहा है लोगों को। प्रधानमंत्री को आंख खोल करके ये चीजें देखनी चाहिए।
Shocking news of a supporter of a Jan Swaraj candidate being shot dead, and now another controversial statement coming from the campaign trail, where Lalu's daughter Rohini Acharya reacted to something that the Bihar Deputy Chief Minister had said. Samrat Chaudhary had said about Kesri Lal that he is a Nachanya, and now Rohini Acharya has reacted saying that BJP's Hema Malini and Kangana Ranaut are dancers as well. They're Nachanyas as well. Listen in.
नचनिया तो बोलवे ना करेंगे, काहे कि उनके पास कौन कौन है भाई। हाँ, मनोज वाजपेयी नाम है ना, मनोज तिवारी, रवि किशन और कौन कौन है, निरहुआ, पवन सिंह, हेमा मालिनी, कंगना रनौत, हाँ ये सब तो नचनिया ही लोग ना है। और नचनिया जब बोलते हैं उन्हीं के पार्टी में, वही नहीं नचनिया जो इन लोग लेके घूम रहे हैं एनडीए वाले भीड़ इकट्ठा करने के लिए, तो मतलब वो नचनिया लोग को शर्म नहीं आ रहा है कि भैया एक तो आप मेरा चेहरा चमका रहे हैं, आप चारों तरफ भीड़ इकट्ठा करने के लिए, और जनता के बीच में आप हम ही को तमाचा मार दिए, वो लोग नचनिया है।
आजकल केसारी लाल को यहाँ भेज दिया, अब किसी लोग के पास तो सब उम्मीदवार हार गया। सीएम गुप्ता जी पहले हरा दिए थे सबको, तो कोई उम्मीदवार नहीं बचा, तो अब नाचने वाले को ही भेज दिया आपके यहाँ। तो आप सोचिए, ये बहन हमारी छोटी कुमारी को वोट दीजिएगा तो बिहार में सुशासन होगा, और मैं आपको गारंटी देता हूँ एनडीए के नेता के तौर पर आज बिहार बदल चुका है। ये लालू जी का बिहार नहीं है, गुंडों का राज नहीं है, जहाँ गुंडागर्दी होता था।
All right, let's go back to our guests and quick reactions to all these controversies. Ajija, you've already called it a silly season, and now this back and forth, this Nachanya comment, but more seriously also a supporter of a Jan Swaraj candidate being shot dead. First to you, Professor Badri Narayan, your reaction to this.
See, actually, this killing of the candidate and the supporters, it's violence in the election. Yeah, the violence in the election. Actually, that is not good for the democracy, and that creates a kind of problematic situation for the party, for the political parties, those who are contesting elections. But mostly during the elections, sometimes this kind of incidents take place. So public mood is not going to affect this kind of happenings, but this is not good for electoral democracy. Second thing is this about the controversies. What I observe, this Nachanya is going to be one of the metaphors in this election debate. It is appearing many times in many ways. So many politicians are using it very creatively against each other. So it's very interesting. But this term emerged from very feudal discourses of rural society.
All right, I have to get in a reaction to Satish Singh as well. So your reaction to these developments today?
Well, I'm not clear who has been murdered. Any murder?
A supporter of the Jan Swaraj candidate.
Listen to me. You have to get it corrected if it has to be corrected. Well, Tejasvi Yadav is saying that Dular Chand Yadav has been murdered. And you say that some Piyush has been done away with. If it is Dular...
No, sir. The candidate was Piyush Priyadarshi, and it was his supporter who was murdered. I'm sorry if the phrasing was incorrect, but yes, it was the supporter who was murdered.
Is he Dular Chand? Is he Dular Chand? I'm asking you.
Yes, Dular Chand Yadav.
He was a very well-known
notorious
person with a lot of controversies and known criminal past also with Dular Chand Yadav. So that is what I'm saying, that this is going to be a very big issue. And I'm saying one more thing. You see, this is dance of democracy. So it is dance, Nach versus Mujra now. So let it be. Don't take it much seriously.
That's what I was
not
about
to make too much of that statement. Yes,
Nikita,
and final word to you.
These may come in one
Yes,
sentence.
final word to you, Suleiman Khan. Go ahead. Yes.
You know, BJP should not question Congress. At least dance is a better word. Prime Minister 1.5 years ago in the same state, Bihar, said that the Congress and opposition parties are doing mujra to get Muslim votes. This is the language of the Prime Minister. He has used Mangal Sutra, Mandir, Masjid, Gurdwara, Kabristan, Shamshan, Holi, Diwali, every damn thing to get votes. This is what this man, our Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, has done for votes. And he should reply on jobs. He should, debate on major issues, which are the major issues in Bihar, on which we are going to contest election. He should also reply why he has surrendered before Mr. Trump, the US president. Or he should reply to him that the ceasefire has not been done on his instance, or the threat of the Prime Minister, US President Trump, that he will not do trade.
Well, those are, big national issues which perhaps don't have that much relevance in the Bihar elections. I'm so sorry, Mr. Ajit Jha. I'll have to cut it short here. We're completely out of time. But as you can see, lots of comments, lots of back and forth, war of words, personal statements, controversies taking place. Also, one person being shot dead on the campaign trail. That's all the developments today in Bihar, in the battleground Bihar. For the moment, we'll slip into a short break. More on the other side.